Hey guys, it's your coach Dave here. It is 9:45 here on the East Coast, and I want to come to you guys live before I go to bed to talk about carbs and to get a little bit about carbs. Are carbs good? Are carbs bad? Give you some tips about carbs because I hear so many times different people talk about carbs, and so often I think what people think is that carbs are bad and they're just not going to eat carbs and they're going to go on these no carb diets and they're going to eat high foods and fats. Let me first start off by saying that you need carbs for energy, okay? You need carbs to survive. So these diets that people do where in fact they don't eat carbs at all and they basically starve themselves and try to in fact say I'm going to go on a no carb diet, guys, it's not going to work. You in fact need to have carbs in order to survive, to live, and to have energy in order to exercise and live your life each and every day. So I'm going to start off and say, for those of you that are trying to go on like these no carb diets, you will never, ever, 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 ever be able to sustain a lifestyle like that. And health is about something that's a journey. It's something that's sustainable, and it's something that you can maintain throughout your life. So having no carbs in your life, you're just going to set yourself up for failure. I'm like going to be honest, so you have to eat carbs. But this is the difference, guys. There's good carbs and there's bad carbs, right? And what are some of the bad carbs? Like simple sugars, things that automatically, carbs that automatically bad. Usually stuff that's white, you want to stay away from it. So things like regular potatoes, white potatoes really are no good for you. White bread is no good for you. White rice is no good for you. Breads that have high fructose corn syrup in it, and let me tell you, if you look at the labels of bread, so many breads have that in there. Those are bad carbs. I'm trying to think of some other types of bad carbs. It's mostly your breads. Oh, pasta. Like pasta, there's whole wheat, whole grain pasta. You want to go with the pasta that's the whole wheat, the whole grain pasta. It's better for you. It's not ideal, but you want to stick with pastas. Regular white pasta is a bad carb. But you need carbs. I can't stress enough. You need carbs to survive. You need carbs to give you energy. You need carbs to live. And you need carbs that are going to help you each day get the results that you want. So I have a list of some carbs I want you guys to write down that are very good for you. And I have them here. I'm going to look down. I may actually have to grab my glasses so I can look. So guys, the first one I'm going to have a list is sweet potatoes. They are so good for you. So powerful energy food. Sweet potatoes are great. Yams, another good healthy carb. Quinoa, I love quinoa. We just had quinoa for dinner tonight. For those of you that haven't had it, you have to see what quinoa is. It's awesome. Beans, kidney beans, black beans, garbanzo beans, white beans, lima beans, all great. Lentils are great. Edamame is great. Brown rice, that's another thing. Rice is good for you, but not white rice, not pork fried rice, like brown rice. For me, with brown rice, we get them frozen in this bag that you could throw in the microwave for like 2 minutes. I forget what the exact time is, and it's cooked and it's done. Another one, let's see, barley isn't bad. Steel cut oatmeal. Oatmeal is good, but steel cut oatmeal is the best. Regular oatmeal is not that bad either, but steel cut oatmeal is better. Whole grain pastas, couscous. Couscous is another one. You really want to go with whole wheat couscous. That's the best for you. Whole grain crackers. Breads, only your whole grain breads. A good bread that we really love, that Kristen and I, the best bread for you is Ezekiel bread. Ezekiel bread has to stay frozen because there's no preservatives in it. So if you keep it out of the freezer, it's going to go bad. But they have sesame seed Ezekiel bread. They have many different types of Ezekiel bread. That is the best bread. Another one, Martin's whole wheat potato bread. No high fructose corn syrup. That's another great bread. If you're a person, they have whole grain waffles, whole grain pancakes, whole grain English muffins, whole grain bagels, whole wheat tortillas. These are all other ideas. Now, guys, the last couple things, like waffles aren't the great for you, English muffins, bagels, but if you have to go there, you want it to be whole grain. All right, whole grain. Like I know every now and then if I treat myself with the bagel, I get like an everything multi-grain, whole grain bagel. Hey, Joanne. Joanne loves sweet potatoes and quinoa. Why is steel cut oatmeal better than regular oatmeal? That's a great question. It comes down to the whole grains and the way it is processed and made, and it's a lot healthier for you. And it takes your body longer to break it down, as well as it provides more energy with steel cut oatmeal. It does take a little longer to make, but it 100% is much better quality. And listen, guys, I always say this: at the end of the day, if you're eating oatmeal for breakfast, and you're not eating like Fruity Pebbles cereal, you're killing it. And if you eat regular oatmeal, kudos to you. It's super heart healthy. If you really want to be the elite of the elite, steel cut oatmeal is the best. Let me see what else I have here. Peas is another one. Refried beans. What's the best thing to eat before a workout? So, Raquel, great question. For me, before I work out, I take a pre-energy drink. But having like half a banana, something that's going to have a little bit of sugar in it, will help you, give you some energy. Sometimes a half a banana, sometimes a whole grain bagel, like a half a bagel. Put a little bit of all natural peanut butter on it, or a little bit of jelly is also something that can help you to give you a little bit of energy, because you're going to burn it. It gives you quick energy. You're going to burn it off right away. And the whole grain like bagel will give you more long-term energy. But for me, guys, for my pre-workout, I drink something called Energize. It's a pre-workout drink that Beachbody has in the performance line that's recently sponsored by the Ironman. We are told to stay away from carbs. Heather, earlier in this message, that's a great point, but you can't live a life without carbs. And most of the carbs that people think, white breads, pastas, regular potatoes, French fries, are carbs you want to stay away from. But carbs produce energy, and carbs such as sweet potatoes, yams, quinoa, couscous, whole grain stuff, you need it for energy, you need it to survive. And there's no life, I'm going to be honest, guys, you can't sustain your life and just say, I'm never going to eat carbs. It's a crash diet, and crash diets don't work. Guys, I eat from these 5 groups of food. I eat, you may want to write this down: fruits, vegetables, whole grains, healthy fats, lean proteins. And guys, if you're getting any value on this, click share so some other people can jump on. I would appreciate that. I just want to try to connect with as many people as possible to help them. But fruits, vegetables, whole grains, healthy fats, lean proteins. Eat as many fruits as you want. The sugars in fruit are not bad for you. There's nobody I know that gained weight from eating fruit. All right? Vegetables. Eat as many vegetables as you want. Whole grains, kind of what I just spoke about, the carbs that are whole grains, or some of the ones I just listed a couple minutes ago. Healthy fats, all right? Your healthy fats are your olive oils, your almond butters, your all-natural peanut butters, your nuts, almonds, cashews. Those are your healthy fats. And your lean proteins are your chickens, your fish, all right? Those are your lean proteins. You want to stay away from a lot of the red meat. If you can stick to those 5 groups of food, and basically a lot of that food, guys, a little tip, is usually found on the outside aisles of the grocery store. It's not found, as you go to the inner aisles of the grocery store, we tend to, that's where we get in trouble, and that's where the most processed food is. So those are my list of some good carbs, why you need carbs, why certain carbs you should stay away from, and why some carbs you absolutely should eat for results, and why you need them. And those are my 5 groups of food. So are there any other questions on that, guys? I'm just kind of going through. I don't think I missed anybody. I'm just going to wait and see if anybody has any other questions. I look at, let me see, there was one other question here. What about a bariatric person? Hey, Heather. So I think it would basically, it would apply the same for somebody that's going through that. I would still think that you want to eat healthy carbs. Your carbs that are kind of just listed, your whole grains, your whole grain pastas, your whole grain breads, your sweet potatoes, your lentils, your edamame, your quinoa, your couscous. I would still think that you would head there. Trying to see if there's any other questions. You're welcome. You're welcome. Energize, Karen. I love it. It keeps me going when I work out every morning at 5 in the morning. And I think that's it. So, guys, that's it. Go back if you want to hear my list. I hope this helped you guys. Hope everybody has a great, great night. And I will be hopefully live on tomorrow. I'll get something up, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.